Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So good to see everybody this morning on this little cool and chilly day, but it's a great day to be here at the Center for Spiritual Living. Such a beautiful day, such a beautiful time. This is the start tonight, starts for this region, starts Hanukkah. So we celebrate Hanukkah, we celebrate the holidays, the upcoming solstice, and we do it with wonderful music today. So I have a really wonderful treat for you guys today. So everybody knows Astra. Astra Fox has been here many, many times. But she brings with her her new singing group called Seraflame. Seraflame, sorry. I go ahead and say that didn't sound right. Seraflame. And I'll let you introduce each other and welcome us with music. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. So it's my honor to introduce you to my two best friends. This is Chris Young-Ginzburg.
Hello.
And Heather Starr on the end. Hello. And we formed this group from just our passion and love for creativity, singing, prayerformance is what we call it. So we hope that you enjoy. And also join us in singing our opening song, Opening Up in Sweet Surrender. We added a few extra verses, so we'll do it like a call and response so you can join in when you catch it, okay?
We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Sing that.
We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up like a lotus flower. Let the love light shine in our hearts today.
Join us.
We are opening up like a lotus flower. Let the love light shine in our hearts today. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are rising up like the beat of a drum. Beat by beat, we beat as one. We are rising up like the beat of the drum. Beat by beat, we beat as one. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up like the seraphim, illuminating the light from within. We are rising up like the seraphim, illuminating the light from within. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening.
like angels this morning, right? So good to have you here. Thank you so much for sharing your music with us this morning. So we like to begin our service with our vision and mission statement. If you'll look up on the screen and read with me. We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. A glorious affirmation for us today, and just a reminder, as things happen in the world, we can hold this vision for the world, that it is possible to create a world that works for everyone. Possible to hold people who hurt and hurt others, as well as those people who are hurt, in prayer. So I don't know if you've watched the news this morning, but a couple tragedies happened in the last 24 hours. One at Brown University, where a shooter killed several people, and then also in Australia during a Hanukkah celebration where several people were killed by a shooter. And me, cannot understand this. I try as I might. I don't understand it. But I do know my experience with people is that people that are hurt sometimes hurt other people. And so we keep doing our work here. And our work here is to heal ourselves first of all, forgive as much as we can, in time, I understand, and open our heart to allow Spirit to move through us and be through us and love others, leaving nobody out. Inclusive that we are means leaving nobody out. So with a heavy heart that I enter this time, and I know I'm giving it up to Spirit to be something greater. So I'm just going to offer a prayer in this moment. We'll have another prayer later, but that's what I need right now. And so we just allow ourselves to drop into that oneness of life and know that this whole universe is one. Despite appearances, there is only one. And so we hold those who have been hurt, those who have passed, those who are grieving the loss. All people in this moment and all life. Knowing there is more than enough love, more than enough light for all. So we just hold them in this light, hold them in this love, hold them in this truth, that is the truth of this universe, is that all is well. Because Spirit is holding all within it, within this universe, within this knowing. And today, in this moment, I am grateful for all that is. And so it is. You know, in this knowingness, it doesn't mean that we don't feel it, because it's important for us to feel it, to grieve it, even people we don't know. We just bless. So we do have a number of things going on here that we continue to do our work, both on the inner and outer. And one thing we're doing right now is the coat and glove drive that we're doing, as well as the food bank drive. Today is Green Bag Day, so if you brought in food, thank you very much. If you want to donate to the food bank, you can make a check out to the food bank, or go online and donate that way. We don't have to get credit for it or anything. But this is a time when more people need coats and gloves and food. Because of the winter time, and just because there's a greater need right now. Food Bank says they're getting twice as many requests as normal for food. And so we want to help fill that need and fill that the blessing that we can be for other people. And so today ends the coat drive. We'll take them till tomorrow if you have something, but please know that thank you. If you donated a coat, gloves, monetary donations, or food in the last 2 months, please raise your hand. Let's give everybody a round of applause for that. Thank you. And then we have several things in December that are happening. It's a full December as usual. Today is the regular celebration service we have now, but also at 12:30 we have a Spanish-speaking candle lighting service. And even if you don't speak that much Spanish, you're welcome to stay because it's still fun to light candles and listen to their service. That'll be right here in the sanctuary at 12:30. And then the winter solstice celebration is on Thursday night at December 18th. Sunday the 21st, so a week from today, we're going to do our carol sing-along. Shauna and her son will be leading us, and we'll be doing all these different songs. And then we have the annual candle lighting service on Tuesday the 23rd. Now, we were asking people to sign up. It's not necessary to sign up. We're just trying to get a sense of how many people will be here. Note that on both for the solstice and for the candle lighting service, because it's in the evening, there may be some parking issues. So come early to make sure you find a parking place. Usually the Pearl Street garage is open. The construction workers can't park there. I don't think they're allowed to park in that parking lot, but they do park in the street parking lot and on our street. Usually they're gone by 5, so that may be helpful. But also there's just a lot of activity going on evenings in December in downtown Napa, so be aware of that. And then on Tuesday, December 31st at 4 a.m. in the morning, because it's got to coincide with all the time zones of the world to have the meditation at the same time, still on the same day, December 31st. Now, this is the morning before New Year's Eve, not the morning after New Year's Eve. And a lot of people get that confused, but the morning of New Year's Eve, so on the 31st, 4 a.m. right here in the sanctuary. I think we're going to be doing a Zoom of it also. I don't have the link on that yet. And by the way, for those online, we're doing a Zoom for both the winter solstice celebration and for the candle lighting service. And I'll be sending out emails and text about that. Seems to be. And then just to continue knowing that your donations support a number of things, our outreach projects. One of those groups that we work with is Pro Inclusion Napa. And they're starting a campaign in January for these signs that you can put up in your yard for respect, kindness, acceptance, and kindness. And one side is English and one side is Spanish. So we have those signs today. If you want to pick one up, sign up and take one with you. However, very important information, do not put it out yet. Put it out January 1st because we don't want it to be confused with all the Christmas decorations people have out front. So pulling your inflatables out there off your yard. Stick up your sign on January 1st. So, and we want there to be we want as many signs out there as possible. So to have neighborhoods filled, we'll have one out front. I'll have one in my yard. We encourage you to do the same thing, and you can pick them up today. And some reason. And then also another important thing that may seem early for a May event, but the 2026 Sip and Savor is going to be in May, but we'd like to get the nominations for our Compassionate Heart Award. And these are people that You can see some of the past recipients we've had, people that have demonstrated selfless service, kindness and empathy, a commitment to the well-being of others, inspire others to serve their community. Above all, they have made a big contribution here in Napa Valley towards with their compassion and making a difference in people's lives. So we're taking those nominations. We'll have some forms out on the information table today. You have till January 31st. So there's quite a bit of time, but we want you to begin thinking about it. And if you already know from last year, you're thinking, oh, so-and-so should get one, you already have that in mind, then go ahead and fill it out. And I'll be providing you with a link online to fill it out as well. But mainly just to begin thinking about it, because we like to have those names as soon as possible so we can begin to market it and publicize it with those names. So this is the 2026 Sip and Savor Compassionate Heart Award nominations. And like I said, through January 31st. And so we appreciate your nominations for that. It's always what started as a fundraiser has turned more about these Compassionate Heart Awards. So thank you for being a part of that. And now we'll begin, excuse me, the contemplative part of our service.
Holy, 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 Seraphim, 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 call them in. We are safe and protected and surrounded by angels. Call them in. We are safe and protected and surrounded by angels. Call them in. Holy you are. Holy you are. Holy. Seraphim, seraphim, seraphim.
I just sat there entranced, waiting for more. That was beautiful. And still in the aura of that beautiful music, let's take a deep breath. Knowing that the divine is that breath. We invite the divine light that lives within us and around us to illuminate our hearts, to steady our minds, and remind us that we are never separate from its glow. May this divine light guide what is spoken and what is heard here today. Reverend Jay's message, our wonderful, inspiring music, and the interaction with our beloved community. And as we take a moment of silence, let us ponder how even the smallest light is enough to change the dark. And how grateful we are. And together we say, and so it is. This month's theme is Let the Light Come Through. All month, that's our theme. This time of year, can you all hear me? Okay. This time of year, light is everywhere, on the trees, in the windows, wrapped around the lampposts. It's as if the whole world is reminding us of something we already know. That light is our natural state. And as much as I love all this symbolism, all the light, I also love a good scientific explanation. People say we're light beings, but what does that actually mean? Well, at a basic level, we're all made of cells, and you all know this. Cells are made of molecules, molecules made of atoms. And when you look inside that atom, really look, it's mostly space, held together by these particles of energy. No solid stuff, just vibration, just energy, just light, maybe in a different costume. So letting the light come through isn't about bringing in something from the outside. It's a remembering. It can be a remembering of what we are made of. Leonard Cohen wrote that famous line, "There's a crack in everything," and that's how the light gets in. Beautiful song, and I love that line. But what I've always thought, maybe that's how the light gets out. Maybe your hurts, your disappointments, your fears, your lonely moments, those places that we try to hide are actually openings where our inner light escapes and blesses others. The cracks aren't failures. They are fault lines where the light of compassion leaks out, where the light of your wisdom leaks out, where what's inside becomes stronger and available to others. And so, as we move through this season, maybe we don't have to seal up every crack. Maybe we don't have to pretend that we're flawless. Maybe we don't have to pretend that we're perfect and whole. Maybe the light is trying to shine through those very places where we wish it wouldn't. So, cheers to all that light. Cheers to the holidays. And if you want to see light, you come on the 23rd. This place is going to be a lighthouse for all of Napa. So, just turn to your neighbor, give them a smile, fist bump and just say, I see your beautiful light. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
That was so beautiful. Thank you. So we are doing a rendition that Heather has rewritten the lyrics to We Three Kings. So we are going to sing to you We Three Angels. And there is a part for you to sing, and the part for you to sing is moo. Now, why are we asking you to moo? Heather, will
We're
you
not
please?
talking about mooing like a cow. I'll explain. So in the ancient civilization of Mu, it was a utopia where people lived in love and light. And so MU, as in the ancient civilization, a utopia of light, love and light.
Beautiful. So that's going to be your part, okay? Here we go.
We three angels of solstice night gather here to bring the light. 11:11, new earth ascending, reclaiming our birthright.
Here's your part.
Moon, stars of wonder, stars of night, stars of beauty, love and light, light blue radiance glowing, healing, growing as the tree of life. Divine Mother holds the key, guiding us to simply be one with the earth, creating the birth of a new reality. Moon, stars of wonder, stars of night, stars of beauty, love and light, light blue radiance glowing, healing, growing as the tree of life. You're a star of love and light, born to shine when the time is right. Transmute the darkness, illuminate oneness, yielding the peace in the night. Moon, stars of wonder, stars of night, stars of beauty, love and light, light blue radiance glowing, healing, glowing as the tree of life. Winter solstice marks the end. 40 nights since 11:11. Veil of illusion reveals solution, sealing the old world rules. Moon, stars of wonder, stars of night, stars of beauty, love and light, light blue radiance glowing, healing, growing as the tree of life. You are the tree of life.
So beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you so much. So I have to ask you about Seraflame. What does that mean exactly?
So Seraphim
Seraphim.
is the song that we sang for the meditation. That was the
Right.
first song that we co-created together. Heather wrote it and we all arranged it, the three of us. So Seraphim are a chorus of angels, and we've gone deeper into the meaning of the seraphim, and they are actually the closest beings to Source, Creator. Heather could explain this better than me. And we merge that with the violet flame, which is a flame of transmutation. So we are Seraflame.
Seraflame. So now I remember. Now I know why I got it mixed up at the beginning. So Seraflame. So beautiful. Your voices are so beautiful. Let's give them another round of applause. So as Peggy mentioned, our theme is for this month is letting the light come through. And I love this image that Shauna created because it just shows that we're allowing the light to come in us, but we're also going to allow it to come through us. And the clearer, the more translucent, the less obstacles in the way that we clear the way within us, the more light we can let come through us. Clear, easy, and just allowing it. And today in particular, we're talking about may cause miracles. And this is a powerful statement to me because there are really miracles around us all the time. We think of the more dramatic ones that might happen, a physical healing or an emotional healing, but really the little miracles are around us all the time. The everyday miracles in every way. And it's the more open we are, the more aware we are, the more conscious we are, the more we notice them. And also the more we can allow them to come through us. We can facilitate them. We can be a way shower, a miracle worker, a light being that facilitates miracles. Not only recognizes them, but facilitates them. We know it's sourced in spirit. And we can create a greater difference. So particularly this theme came up today because tonight, as I mentioned, is the first night of Hanukkah. And Hanukkah is actually one of the few times that it is an actual historical event that has been marked in time. That it was a time when the Maccabees, there was a Jewish revolt in the 2nd century BCE, and the Maccabean revolt, it's also called, where they overthrew a certain sect of the Jews, overthrew the Syrian Greek Empire oppression of Jerusalem. And they refounded the Second Temple, rededicated it to be of a sacred place. But part of their sacred practice was burning these candles, that there were 7 candles. And when they claimed back the temple, they only found a small vial of olive oil. It has to be sacred. And so they knew it would take 8 days to create more oil to make it sacred. And they would have to do that with prayers and rituals. There wasn't an Amazon to get it delivered the next day then. So they knew that, but they only had enough oil for 1 day, or so they thought. But they went ahead with faith, filled the candles, and they lit the candle while they began to create this sacred oil that would keep the candles burning in dedication of the temple. And the candles lasted for 8 days. So it's called an 8-day miracle, and that's why the Jews celebrate 8 days of this. What's interesting about it is there's been a lot of inner thoughts about Hanukkah. I was reading from a summary of Kabbalah. Now, the Kabbalah is not one particular book, but a series of books that are a more spiritual interpretation of the Jewish faith. Some people call it mystical. So it's a series of books and actually a philosophy. And the way the Kabbalah philosophy thinks of Hanukkah is that it's an inner light that they're talking about, and it reveals divine unity and holiness. And when meditated upon, the candles, it connects us to our inner essence, aspirations, and divine identity. And it transforming darkness into light, fostering a deeper connection to spirit. So I love that because that's right along with our own beliefs, because we tend to be a more mystical or progressive religion. So it combines this idea that the Kabbalah interpreted. So that's the way we see this also. So what I'm going to do now is invite Harrison Osboom up, who is Jewish by culture, even though he practices his faith here. And I'm going to bring the table down here. Why don't you hold this for a minute?
Okay.
And I'm going to bring this table down to you. Adjust the camera there, Sean. That would be great.
Well, I just want to say thank you for celebrating this event and the history of the Jews. And I need a light,
Here, you want this? Or a lighter? What do you want?
whatever, to light the candle.
Here, let me just take this.
Okay.
So you light. Why don't you say what the different candles are?
Well, this is the shamus, and what you do is you light. Tonight is the first one, and each night you light one more candle. So the final night is 8 candles. You don't blow the candles out. You let them go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshonu b'mitzvah sol, v'tzivanu l'ner shel Hanukkah. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who sanctified us to light the Hanukkah candles.
Beautiful. Thank you. Harris.
Thank you.
Did you grow up doing this at your home?
Yes, this talus was from my when I was bar mitzvahed. Next month I'll be 91, so I've had it a while, a couple days, and yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I think thank you, Harris. So what's important about all this is it's tradition in the Jewish homes as well as the synagogues to retell the story of Hanukkah every year. And I hope you don't get tired of it, because every year I like to retell the story at this time. But it's not any different than the way the Christians retell the story of the birth of Jesus. That there is something ritualistic and magical, miraculous about retelling stories and the tradition of that in families that they have. Now you'll notice that the original candle of well, I didn't show you a picture of it, but the temple candle had 7 in it. But it's 8 now with the shamus. That's what's the shamus, is that the right word? Shamus is the helper candle. And so I often think about the source of the light is spirit. But we can be the shamus. We can be the helper candle to help light the world on these dark nights we have. It's also interesting that it's another one of these holidays that brings light into the time of the darker nights that we have, along with the solstice and Christmas, which probably the birth of Jesus happened in the spring. But it's brought into this. I don't think out of manipulation necessarily, just this is when we need the light. We do need the light now, so I'm happy to have this season of light that we can do this. And this month this week we're talking about miracles. You know, I don't know about you, but I grew up with Guidepost magazine. Do anybody else have that in your household? And they had these wild stories that I just loved reading about, you know, some kind of car accident or roadside assistance or somebody needing guidance. They were lost and somehow, or some sort of healing, and somehow some being showed up, helped them, and then disappeared as if they were an angel. Did you read some of those stories? You know, I keep looking for that in my life, but what I know is miracles happen whether those people show up, and I think there are beings that do help us, ancestors, and those who have passed on before us, wise, ascended beings that help us. We know that there in our sacred text, like the Bible, the Quran, the Hadiths, the Torah, they all talk about miracles that happen, the parting of the sea, the healing of the sick, turning water into wine, and calming storming seas. In Islam, Allah is said to have revealed the words of the Quran to even though Muhammad could not even read, as well as saints and sages in India and other parts of Asia. You hear about these dramatic stories that happen. And what's interesting about all those is I don't question them. I really don't. They might seem a lot like, okay, maybe I question about Jonah being in the whale for 3 days before he came out. I might question that one. But the other ones, I could see them as happening. That Spirit works through us as us and opens us up to greater healings of body, mind, heart, and soul. And that we can take this example of Hanukkah to rededicate our own temple, our body temple, and to move out of it, to move away from complacency and that we're on autopilot to when we get caught up in what seems like division in this world, or we're isolating ourselves, or we're in grief over events that happened recently, or perhaps sometimes the holidays can bring up griefs that we've had for many years of a dear one we lost, and it was about this time of the year, or just we're missing that person because we wish they were with us in the holidays. And I know that. And it is this time of darkness on top of all that. So what I know, just like the Kabbalah suggests about the candles, that we focus on the candles, just to light a candle in our home. Maybe 8 candles if you want to go through that ritual, or just a simple candle and gaze upon the light. And be willing to feel all your feelings. And just let yourself be with it. And invite Spirit to be with you. You are never alone. I was listening to a podcast by Mirabai Star. If you don't know her, she's this amazing author who has this, she does Buddhist meditation, was raised Jewish, has a love for Jesus, and study, just like all the religions. She's just very rich in her religions. But she talks about, and she says she knows that Spirit is within her and all around her, but she still sometimes has a sense of something outside of her who she invites to come sit with her. She calls Spirit her beloved. So it's a very personal relationship with her. And I've been trying that lately with my meditations, just to invite my beloved, which is everybody's beloved. Jesus used the word Abba for a very personal Mother, Father, God, Creator. We can do the same, whatever you want to call it, but invite it to stand, to sit beside you in your meditation. Just to invite it there. And you can feel it come within you as well. But then that beloved walks with you, for you are never alone. and just feel that presence. It's interesting. We have some Sundays, we're having some technology issues and some different things, and there was that going on today. But what was different today was I was calm about it all. I mean, I was focused, but I was calm. For I walked with the beloved. And this is that idea of a miracle. When I was an elementary school teacher, I had been reading about these different activities you could do with kids. And the idea was to do it out in nature. And I was a Montessori teacher, and we were in the middle of a forest. It was an amazing place for a school. And so by exposing kids to nature, a couple things would happen. One is they would have a wonder of nature, an appreciation of nature. But two, there was something in nature that many of us find, that there's a contemplative, a reflective thing that happens in nature. And to get elementary kids, that age kids, to begin to, you don't even have to call it meditation. Now you can call it meditation, teachers do now, but then it was just reflection time and to be at peace. So we're different. We would listen to the sounds of birds and different things, closing our eyes and counting how many sounds we heard. But I would also, in the spring, I would bring in a stethoscope, and we would listen to the sap in the tree. And they all go, "Oh, that's amazing." When I listened, I didn't hear it. But they did, and so it accomplished me as a teacher what I wanted them to do. Now later I learned that scientists could really measure it also with more sensitive instruments, not a regular stethoscope, but more, and they would set up stations for people to hear it. But the thing is, those kids had a more sensitive sense than I did, or greater imagination, I don't know which, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I know we would also play this game where they would divide into partners, and one would stand behind the other and put their hands over their partner's eyes. Okay? Like this, or both hands. And then they would guide them to something, whatever it is. They would guide them to something, and then they would pull their hand back, and their partner would just look at something, and it would be amazing, because they didn't know what they were looking at, and suddenly they were seeing this thing. And I think often we need to pull our blinders off so we can see the miracles that are all around us. To accept a miracle. Now, when I was in the 80s, when I began some of this spiritual work, this deeper spiritual work, there was a popular around Course in Miracles and different things like that. There was a very popular bumper sticker that said, "Expect a miracle." And I liked that, but also, I mean, we were just talking about Buddhism last week. I'd already learned that our expectations can lead to disappointment. And when we talk about expectations, we're also not only what we think about the way life should be, but it's the way we respond to changes. The way we are thrown by something that we don't expect. And so I always struggled with that word, expect it, because it almost also, if the miracle doesn't happen that I want, that I'm seeking, then there's something wrong with my consciousness, or I didn't think it right or do it right, or maybe this doesn't work at all, this whole law of attraction stuff. And now I've shifted, and what I begin to shift it to accepting a miracle, accepting what is, and yes, continue to do this work with Spirit, partner with Spirit to create miracles in my life, but also accept the miracles that are already there. Life itself, the beauty that it is that opens us up. And to do that, that there's a saying about doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity. But there's also the corollary to that is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting everything to stay the same is insanity too, because things change. It's the nature of things. So we open up to Spirit and allow these changes that happen in our lives and find the God in it. Find the good in it. Often tragedies, as Peggy mentioned, are the crack. The crack that we let Spirit in, and the crack that the light comes back out. It's important not to do a spiritual bypass and not feel what is in front of us. To be present with what is. To feel the feelings and allow this to happen. And in that way we can allow ourselves to be a miracle worker. We can work miracles. It's not that it's sourced in us. Yes, it's sourced in Spirit, but we can be, by letting the light come through us, we can be a miracle worker. Now, when I was growing up, I kept hearing about this film called The Miracle Worker. And I knew it was about Helen Keller. And you know, the movies weren't on demand, so I didn't see it for a while. And in school, my teachers would always talk about the amazing things Helen Keller did, even though she was blind. And she was an amazing person. So I always assumed the miracle worker was Helen Keller. But later in my life, I saw the movie, and the miracle worker was her teacher, Anne Sullivan, who did a miracle in finding the strengths of Helen Keller, that she wasn't dumb like people thought, that she was brilliant, actually. But she had to be able to find the way to teach her, to allow her to use her strength to connect in a deeper way. And I'm sure, according to the movie and in real life, probably it was frustrating. And times things can be frustrating. But she held the light. She held this truth. And as miracle workers, that's what we're called to do. Of course, in Miracles calls miracle workers teachers, way showers, expressions of love. And we know that we need to be this miracle worker. We need to lighten up. We need to allow the light to come through us, to accept the miracles that are all around us and through us, to become translucent, to become willing to let the light come through us. There's a great quote by, if I can get back to it, there it is. When we use one flame to light another, the glow is not halved. The light is multiplied. And that's what we're doing right now, is we are multiplying the light. We're letting the light come through us, and we become a miracle worker. We recognize and accept the miracles in our lives, and we know that by holding this truth, holding this light, even when it is painful, even when at times we are angry and frustrated by the way things are, we can feel that feeling and let that go and allow the light to come through us, because that is what's going to make a world that works for everyone. That is what's going to create more miracles in the world, that we facilitate miracles. And we are a miracle. And for this, we're grateful today. Let us go to prayer. So in this moment, I know there is only one. One life, one love. And we just allow that beloved now, just to invite the beloved to come sit with us. Your beloved is my beloved is your beloved. And when we don't know the way, the beloved will light the way. And when we're called to spread the light, the beloved will be that light through us to know what to say, what to do, how to be. We're grateful for this is the way it is, always. And this gratitude, we know it is so, and we say, and so it is.
So for this next song, I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable so you can receive the sound healing. Through winter's hush, a spark appears, a glow of love to calm our fears. Let love be our armor, soft yet strong. Beneath the frost, life takes root, a quiet bloom of tender truth. Love awakens, the shadows fade, a steady flame to light our way. Let love be our armor, a shield of song, a light that leads us to the dawn, to the dawn. With every breath, the light expands. The stars above flow from these hands. Our hearts align, the night grows thin. New day arises from within. Let love be our armor, soft yet strong. To the dawn, let love be our armor, a shield of song, a light that leads us to the dawn, to the dawn. Thank you.
Let's just take a breath in and let it go. What a beautiful morning we have. So this is the time when we invite you to be part of the law of abundance, the law of circulation, as we open up this idea of allowing the light to come through us. So if we could have our ushers come forth. We appreciate all that you have given in your time of service and time of donations in the past and in the present. So we just raise our hand and to represent that which we've given in the past or in the future or right now. And we say, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
Won't you repeat after us?
I am powerful. I am magical. I am powerful. I am magical. I remember who I am. 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 I share my gifts, an expression of the divine one. I share my gifts, an expression of the divine one. I remember who I am. 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 I am powerful. I am magical. I am powerful. I am magical.
Phil? Oh, there we go. So we appreciate everybody being here today. I think this community is very powerful. I hope you realize that. And it is powerful because of all of our hearts together doing this work, holding this light and holding this love. So thank you for being a part of this. If this happens to be your first time here, we appreciate you being here, to giving our community a try. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. If you're willing to raise your hand, we have a pamphlet for you. Anybody here for the first time? Okay. We appreciate our those who are here for the Spanish-speaking service, who also are part of the here with us today. So thank you for being a part of that. And that'll start just in just a little bit here, right? And they're going, hurry up and finish the service. We got to get stuff done. Thank you for being here today. So we just raise our hands, blessing all people here and all people online. We welcome anybody who might be here for the first time there as well. So we raise our hands and we say, we bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community, and so it is. We invite the practitioners to come forward. Please know that the practitioners are here for prayer after the service. It's a wonderful gift. Quite frankly, they are miracle workers. I know that for a fact because I've had many shifts in my life because of prayer. So if you're looking for a shift in your life, stay a little longer. We have time for that before the Spanish-speaking service kicks off. So thank you for being a part of that. And now we also welcome our children. Come on in. Do you have something to share with us?
Sure. Well, let's see what comes out, shall we? What did you learn today?
About breath.
What What did you learn about your breath? So we drew our breath. So we've got different expressions of drawing our breath. Do you want to hold that up? Yeah. We focused on breathing and drawing it. And then Tony, what did you learn?
I learned that you are more than what you look like. You have more on the inside than what you do on the outside. You are worth more than you think you are.
Beautiful. You got something to say? Okay.
So let's also honor our new youth teacher, Don Pickney, who's here. And Tony, you're going to camp in a few weeks, right? Yeah, that'll be good. All right. Let's all raise our hands and repeat the affirmation that's on the screen. We love you. We are here about you. We're here for you. Let's all stand for the congregational affirmation and the closing song. Okay. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Happening through me right now.
I am led by Spirit.
I'm led by Spirit.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I am protected by love.
Protected by love.
I am here to be a blessing.
I am here to be a blessing.
I am so grateful.
I am so grateful.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And now?
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
Yay. So remember to pick up your kindness sign and those pamphlets for the services. You can hand those out to neighbors or whatever you want to do. Thank you for being here today. Have a great Sunday.
I realized I didn't use my chime. I'm like, beep. Yay, great. We should get a photo. We should get a photo. I can grab my phone. Astra, get a quick picture? Yes. A little quick selfie? Well, okay, maybe. Okay, maybe here. So cute. Well, dream accomplished. Dream accomplished. I love it. I love it. Okay, who's got a better arm?
Oh, thank you so much. Maybe she'll get a picture of us.
Microphone's in. Amen.